VERASITY retraced back into this demand zone area. But will we now finally see the bullish explosion? Or do we see even lower prices? In this video, I will talk about VERASITY and share my price prediction for the future. As we can see on the weekly time frame, after we saw the all-time high back in 2021, we saw this massive retracement. From the all-time high to the bottom, we saw a price movement of 97%, which is really extreme also for the crypto market. And of course, this is not a very good sign. And we saw this pullback back into this demand zone where we saw the start 2021. And as we came back into this demand zone, we then saw the first bullish impulse. And after this low, we made a higher high, we built a higher low and a higher high. So we clearly built an upward structure here on the weekly time frame. But lately we broke this structure because we broke this last low to the downside. So the chance was there that we saw the uptrend to the upside, but we broke it to the downside, which is not a really bullish sign, of course. And from this local high to the last bottom, we saw a move about 82%, which is also really extreme. But right now we are at a very interesting area, because we are back into this demand zone where we saw this bullish support. We also came under this lows and here was much liquidity. So we took the liquidity. And now the question is if this liquidity is enough power to get to the upside again. Because if we can now hold in this area and see bullish price action, then the chances high that we could see an explosion to the upside and that we then continue the bullish trend. And if we now see lower prices break this low to the downside and this zone, then the chances high that the prices will never come back to the upside and the coin is dead. But right now, I think the chances high that we could see the bullish uptrend, because I also think that VERASITY is a great project with a high potential. And just from the prices right now to this last high would have potential over 360%. Because when we are seeing in the future the uptrend move, this would be an amazing chance to get into VERASITY, because we have very cheap prices right now. And if we would come to the upside and also break this high, then the chance is very high that we could see higher prices for this bull run. Of course, not every coin will reach its old all-time high. But if we would reach it from the prices right now, we would have potential over 2,500%, which is really extreme also for the crypto market. And I think it's realistic, but the chances are probably not that high because we saw this big retracement for VERASITY, this bearish power. So I think the chance that we could reach this last high is way more realistic for this bull run. But here we also would have a percentage potential of 1,200%, which is also really nice. So if we are seeing bullish price action in the near future, then I think these prices are very realistic for this bull run. And if you want to trade VERASITY, you can do this on Blofin. Blofin has no KYC and very cheap fees. And especially for my community, we have the 15% cashback event. So for example, if you deposit 1000 USDT, you get 150 USDT on top as a trading bonus, on top of the normal bonus for Blofin. So if you want to try this exchange, I really like it. I think it's very beginner friendly. Then click in the link in the video description and you will support this channel. So on the long term, I'm very bullish if we are seeing now bullish price action. But actually in the short term, we are also seeing some bullish price action because we came back into this blue demand zone. We then broke this last structure because we had this downwards move. We had a lower low and we then broke this last high to the upside. We saw this break of structure. So we are definitely seeing some bullish interest. And if we are now making a higher low and an again higher high, then we would have 4 points for the upward structure. And then the chances high that we could see even higher prices and continue the trend to the upside. As long as we are not breaking this last lows, then the chances high that we could see even higher prices. And for a real bullish confirmation, I would wait, as I said, if we are building a higher low and a higher high. And if we are then retesting this last zone, then this would be an amazing chance to get into VERASITY. And I think the chances high that we also hadn't too much risk in this position because we have this bullish confirmation. We always have this cheap prices right now. So if this would happen exactly like this, I think it's a great chance. And of course, if will anything happen on VERASITY, I will tell you in my free Telegram group. In the first link in the description, you will find my free Telegram where I make daily updates on cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, VERASITY and all other ones. So feel free to join if you want free updates on cryptocurrencies. So all in all, of course, we saw this bearish move from VERASITY, which is not a really good sign. But we are right now at this very interesting area. And if we are seeing bullish price action in the near future, then the chances high that we could see even higher prices and had very cheap buy-in opportunities right now. Just if we are breaking this last lows to the downside, then the chance is high that we see even lower prices and that the coin is dead for this bull run, and then I wouldn't invest in VERASITY anymore. But as long as we are not seeing this and seeing bullish price action, then the chance is high for me that we could see even higher prices and reach the bull run price targets. So guys, thank you really much for watching. I wish you great profits at trading and see you in the next video.